I wonder, it seems one of the hesitancies a lot of teachers have with digital resources is that they put them on a task, but the kids wander off and get into some other things. Is that a danger here in Minecraft?
So Microsoft's thought about that. When Minecraft first started, it was just a game, and Microsoft's brought it into education with teacher tools, so teachers can teleport students, they can monitor students, they can move them around, they can remove things from their inventory, they can block kids from even being in the game. Teachers really do have control over the entirety of the game if the teacher chooses to use those tools. Now, initially when you're first starting, maybe you don't know as much as your kids do, and so one of the first ways to implement this is actually not necessarily class-wide, but to give students options if they're doing a project. Give them the option to use Minecraft as the project and turn in their Minecraft world. Then when you get a lot of students collaborating, sometimes they can drive each other off task, but if a single student's working on a project on their own, it requires a lot less from the teacher in terms of management and learning how the tool works. And it gives those kids who otherwise wouldn't do whatever the project is, a creative outlet that really engages them.
So again, we did ask Mr. Struckhoff about this, and he does have a very active group that he works with. Yeah. And so he talked to us about some of the ways he manages the class within Minecraft.
Yeah.
We have what's called the barrier blocks, which can keep them in a specific area. And as a teacher, I can control whether they come in or go out. Very simple to do. I can also control what they have in the game. If I want to make sure they just have a camera and a pen and a quill and a portfolio, I can set the game up with 1 or 2 clicks. It makes sure that's all they have. There's blocks that are called allow blocks. So if I want to let them destroy a wall so they can find a sentence or an equation, or they're working on division and they've got to work with quotients, I can make it so and I can put a sign that says, destroy this wall, it's okay. Because the truth of it is, they like to bang things up. So I give them a little bit of freedom to still do that. But then when they get to the sign, there's what we call a deny block, which they cannot destroy any of that. I can totally control everything that's in the game. And most importantly, though, once my students understand what's expected, I can have one of my group leaders build a world. He does it a lot quicker than I do. But we can speak on the same level. I can say, here's what I want. Oh, and then they lay down those barrier blocks, and they lay down those deny blocks, and they set up the activity so that it controls. That has a reverse effect. So when that student's doing one of the exercises I put together for him, he understands that I want him to stay on task. And it does work. It also, again, Minecraft's not the end-all be-all. Technology used appropriately can aid and be a tool. Today's just, the activities we're doing today are just small parts of what we've done to get here. Most important was I have 100% participation in all of the assessments. I have 100% participation in the activity, and they're doing a much better job of following rules because it's what they want. They want to be in my classroom, they want to be doing the activities versus, in times before, trying to get students to do things is always a challenge. And at the end of the day, they're doing more in many ways than they've done prior.
Well, we're all about student engagement, right?
That's
and
right.
100% participation. We like to hear that.
The kids want to use it. It's where the kids are.